Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. So today's a first impression and we're doing a first impression on the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD Self-Setting Concealer. So I went to a Makeup Forever event for this product and I thought I'd pick it up and do first impressions, especially because I'm running low on a lot of my concealers. And I've heard pretty good things, but I also haven't heard much about it. So this is a self-setting concealer, which I thought was really interesting. I'm gonna read the description of this concealer on Sephora just so you kind of know what we're getting into. This is a creamy concealer with medium buildable coverage, a natural finish, which I love. Feels like second skin, and it's a self-setting formula from up to 12 hours crease-free wear. This concealer gets a 4.5 star review on Sephora, so that's pretty good. Ooh, this is light. I mean, when I look at it compared to my skin, it looks super duper light. But you know what, man? My face is so pale. I'm like the palest I get right now. So I got shade 20, which I believe was like a neutral shade. It looks pretty pale. I mean, under the eyes it's fine to be okay, this is the thing that happened last time. The bottle makes the concealer look super duper pale, and when you open it up, it looks quite a bit darker. You get 5 mils of concealer, so I feel like that's pretty good size for a concealer. It's a pretty hefty container, pretty nice and big, and I like the packaging, super like sleek and nice, basic doe foot applicator, like it. Yeah, and I feel like it's actually quite big for a concealer. So as you can probably tell, I have eye makeup on, my brows on, and a little bit of lip gloss. I have no face makeup on because today I don't want to wear any foundation because I just want to really see the concealer on its own and how it works. Let's just get to putting this on the face because I know that's what you guys are all waiting for. Oh no, this is good for brightening, so I'm just gonna do the typical like triangle under the eye. I'm just gonna pat that in with a sponge. It's damp. Okay, the coverage is not crazy. Like, I put quite a bit of concealer on and I feel like it's not super high coverage, but it said it was medium to buildable, so I could put more on probably. It didn't conceal my under eye circles, but it's definitely brightening. I do just like something that brightens, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna build a little bit more, see if it is buildable. So now we're doing dots like they recommended in the area where I need it the most. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, so it layers fine, looks good, doesn't look cakey at all. This side, I mean, looks quite a bit more flawless, quite a bit more full coverage, and I think it actually, I mean, you can still see a little bit of pigment underneath my eye, probably not on camera. I think under camera it looks pretty flawless. I don't normally do the full triangle, but just because I want to test out this concealer and see how it goes. Okay, so I wouldn't go that heavy on it because I feel like a little goes a long way with this concealer, so you don't need to go that crazy. So I mean, I feel like I want to set it, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to set it, which is kind of difficult to do. I think this concealer did a really good job just flattening out my whole eye, under eye area, and just making it look super smooth and airbrushed. This time I want to dot it and see how that works. Just out of curiosity. Definitely a really buildable concealer. Layer it on top looks great. Ooh, that looks good on my chin. I always have a lot of whiteheads like on my chin area underneath my lip. And it's not sitting in there cakey or anything. Looks really beautiful on the skin. Okay, I mean, I think this concealer looks pretty good. I'm loving it. I really want to set my face, but I'm not going to. I would have probably gone for just a tad darker of a shade. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, add some color to my face because I'm looking quite blank, and then I'll sit down and get back to you and tell you what my thoughts are. Really loving this look. I'm thinking of doing a look similar to this, if not the same, for Valentine's next week, so get excited for that. But yeah, so far I really like this concealer. I love the way it's sitting on my skin. Definitely not high coverage though. I guess you could build it to high coverage, but then you'll get lots of concealer under your eyes, which is not fun, and then it will crease probably, especially if you're not setting it. I know I have oily skin, so I am going to bring a powder with me as I go about my day. I might have to powder a little bit, but I do want to test this concealer since they said it's self-setting, which I just have a hard time believing. Alrighty, so the rest of the updates are gonna be iPhone updates just because I'm gonna be working till midnight tonight, and I need something that's just really easy to do. It really needs to be set. First of all, I mean, my shine isn't like, I mean, I am shiny, but it's not like uncontrollable oil that I'm usually like, so that's good. But I don't know if you can tell on this camera, but it's like breaking up and creasing and just not sitting on my skin the greatest, which is really crazy. And around my nose, I know this is really close up, but it is a little bit, it's just coming off. I think this concealer definitely needs to be set. I know it says it's a self-setting, but right when I put it on, I felt the need to set it. Maybe if you have drier skin, you won't need to set it. Because I have really oily skin, it's just breaking up here and creasing, and it's kind of just leaving in certain areas, and I have not touched my eyes all day. I am going to powder and maybe put a little bit more concealer on just because I need to look fresh for work. So I just touched up my makeup, looking a whole lot fresher now. So I just want to give you an update on the makeup situation. It just looks a little bit crepey and dry underneath my eyes. I added a little bit more concealer and powder, and now it just looks really dry. This concealer is really flattening out my eyes, brightening it, but then it also just exaggerates the dryness, the fine lines. I don't know how I feel about this concealer so far. I'm kind of like, meh, it's not for me. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't show up on the camera how I want it to, but it looks a little bit dry. I'm back on my phone and I'm home. It is 12:15. I'm so tired. I actually don't really like it. I am gonna play around with it a little bit more, but my initial reaction, I wasn't really impressed with it, and I don't normally crease, you know, where I smile right here. I usually only crease in my fine lines, and I literally creased right here when I smiled. I even creased around my mouth. That's my overall thoughts on this video. Let me know if you've tried this concealer, and if you like it down below. It may work for you, but just didn't work out for me. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It feels weird saying that because it's midnight. But I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah.